In today's video, we're going to do an unboxing of a Knitter's Pride Signature Mega Wool Winder. I took it out of the box, but if you're like me, you take things apart, you have pieces left over, and then it doesn't work. So anyway, what we're going to do is just going to slide it up, and you'll see that when it comes out of the box, it's almost completely done and assembled, so you don't have to worry about it so much. So let's take a look at this in more detail. The dust on the countertop is free of charge, and we have pieces that just need to be put together, and this here I think is the clamp. So this will hold it down to whatever surface that you would like to do, and it's got a windy thing so you can just make it bigger or smaller to slide this up and down. That's all we have for that. There are some instructions for this, and now we're just going to carefully just take things out and all the foam that is holding it together. And now we're just going to carefully lift it out of the package, and you'll see that both of the wheels here have this elastic like structure. So now we're just going to put it down so it's not as wide as other things that you may have, so distance wide width. So what we want to do is that we want to take the first one right here and we want to put it around this wheel here. So just put it onto the wheel, into the groove of the wheel like so, and just rotate it and keep it inside the wheel. Okay, so now this has grip when it rotates around. The other one here is going to go around this wheel here. It's going to go here, and a tip for you that I have is that when you're not using this, I would recommend just putting your hands in behind it and just take it off of these to put the elastic back to its just natural resting spot. So if it's always stretched, you may find that it will be overstretched for you in the future. So what I would do is that once you have it on and you're done with it, I just use my finger because I have another one, and I just take it off of the winder and just let it be. And then when you want to put it back on, just rotate this and put it back on. So we have the clamp, and the clamp is going to hold it down to the table. So you just can go as long as you need to go. And you're just going to go into the groove and underneath the surface. So I'm using an IKEA shelving here, so it's really quite thick, and it's got a rubber on the piece of it on the bottom, so you're not going to scratch the underside, and you want to push this to be equal level to this and then tighten it back up, and this will prevent it from moving. And then it's good to go. So I'm going to give this a try and see how it's going to work. So I now have leftover yarn, and I want to put it into a cake format. So what I want to do is just put it into this here so that it's going to come around and inside of the eye. I'm then going to put it on the top and just clamp it down like so. And just using your hand here, just start to rotate it slowly so that it captures underneath, and therefore you can just let it wind. It doesn't have a lot of sound, if any sound at all, and I'm just going to naturally let it wind onto here. One thing that I'm noticing difference versus the Likey is that this is easier to turn than the other one that I have. There's not as much friction to it as well, so I think it's a lot more smoother. Now I've heard people like one or the other. Just based on my initial test right here, I like this one better. Eventually you'll come to the end of the ball, and therefore it goes good. So you can see that there's an interior center here, so if you pull it up towards you, this will collapse towards the interior. If you have a ball label, put it right here before you slide it up, and then it will trap it around. So I have a ball label here. Let's just say that this was a ball label, so receded actually. Just circle it and go right here, and when you push up the ball, put it so that the label is on the interior like so, and therefore you'll know what the brand is, and then just remain the idea, and this will relax and collapse to the interior of the ball, therefore saving the longevity of your yarn. And when you're done with this, just pick it up like so, let the tension come off of this elastic, and let it rest until you want to play with it another time. That's it for now, and we hope you have a good one.